Welcome back to the broadcast, everybody. You know how it is, right? It's January.
Oh, yeah.
I swear I can practically smell those tax forms.
Huh.
And my nose is usually right. Turns out the IRS is already accepting returns.
Oh, wow, all right.
As of January 30th, 2025. That's right.
Tax season is officially upon us.
It really is. And let's be honest, for most of us, tax season doesn't exactly spark joy.
Right. Yeah. It can be a little daunting for sure.
It's definitely a process. But hey, that's why we're here. We're going to break down everything you need to know about tax season 2025.
From filing methods to IRS resources.
Even to the good stuff, like refunds.
Hopefully refunds.
Fingers crossed, right. So let's jump right in. First things first, how do we actually file these things? Turns out
There's more than one way.
there are a few different ways to tackle this beast. You can go the digital route with online software.
Uh-huh.
There's always the option of calling in reinforcements, hiring a tax professional.
Yeah.
And then there's the way that my grandparents still swear by good old-fashioned paper filing.
I was going to say, that's how we always did it growing up.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. You're making me feel old. But seriously, is anyone still doing the whole paper thing these days?
You'd be surprised. I mean, the IRS is really pushing e-filing these days.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like their big thing.
Makes sense why, though, right?
Totally.
Less room for error, probably.
Exactly. E-filing just streamlines the whole process for them. Fewer errors, faster processing times.
Faster refunds, too, probably, right?
Absolutely. It's a win-win for everyone involved. The IRS saves time and resources, and we get our refunds faster, if we're lucky.
So we've established e-filing is probably the move.
Unless you really love the feel of those W-2 forms, yeah.
Let's be real, the IRS doesn't always have the best reputation, right? It's kind of like, oh no, here comes a tax collector.
Nobody wants a letter from them, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But they do actually offer a surprising amount of resources to help us out.
Oh yeah, they do. A lot more than people think.
Like what kinds of things?
Well, for starters, they have a whole bunch of assistance programs for people who need help filing. They've also got tons of online tools, like FAQs and walkthroughs for specific tax situations. There's even a whole section about taxes for your pets.
Wait, hold on. Taxes for your pets.
Seriously, like what happens if your dog is a social media influencer raking in the dough?
Wow, I never even considered that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's both hilarious and terrifying.
Right. But it just goes to show that the IRS really does try to cover all the bases.
And I do remember hearing about something called the Free File program, right?
Exactly. That's a big one.
What is that all about?
So the Free File program, it basically offers free tax software to anyone who qualifies. If your income is below a certain amount, you can file your taxes accurately and completely free.
That's amazing. Free software, potentially faster refunds, e-filing is sounding better and better.
It's definitely got its advantages.
But no matter how you slice it, we can't forget about the big day, April 15th, 2025. That's the deadline, folks.
Circle it on your calendars, set reminders on your phone, whatever it takes.
Before we get too stressed out about deadlines, let's talk about the fun part, refunds.
The light at the end of the tax tunnel, right?
Exactly.
Not everyone gets them, of course, but for those who do, e-filing can really speed things up.
Okay, good to know.
And if you want to get that refund even faster, set up direct deposit with the IRS.
Direct deposit, got it. So any last-minute tips for making sure we maximize those refunds, aside from, training our pets to become social media stars?
Uh-huh. Well, one thing I always tell people is to make sure you're claiming all the deductions and credits you're eligible for. There are so many out there, and people often overlook them.
Like what are some common ones people miss?
Oh, let me think. Well, a lot of people don't realize they can deduct student loan interest, for example, or contributions to certain retirement accounts.
Interesting. I'll have to look into that. So basically, don't just assume you know everything.
Right. Tax laws are always changing, so it's important to stay informed.
And don't be afraid to reach out to a professional if you need help.
Exactly. It's always better to be safe than sorry.
All right. Well, that brings us to the end of another broadcast. Hopefully you're feeling a bit more informed about tax season 2025.
Been a little less stressed. Remember, it doesn't have to be a nightmare.
Take advantage of those resources, do your research, and you'll be golden. We'll catch you all on the next broadcast.
See ya.
Bye, everyone.